It's because I was looking up like the movies, like for because it's like October. It's gonna be spooky season
Yeah,
already.
yeah. Speaking of movies, right? So
But I mean, nothing really caught my. I know we saw the so the trailer for the Nun. Because remember when we went to go see Blue Beetle, it caught me by surprise, like the jump scare. It got me. And then the second time we saw it at home, and we're like, okay, let's watch it again. I knew it was coming, and it still got me. So like
yeah,
that one, that one seems like it's gonna be good because it kind of gives me like that because that one's with The Conjuring, and The Conjuring actually legit scared me. Like, well, when it came to like the Annabelle doll, not the other stuff
yeah.
necessarily. So
And
that
that's a
one has like potential to be,
well, cause I would say that that's been a good universe so far. You know, you know,
And then, well, they did their
not by AI, by the way.
not a what is it? Not it's not a reboot. It's like a continuance
Oh,
for
the
the Exorcist
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So, that one looks okay. I mean, I've never really seen all of the first Exorcist, so it's not something that's like
Well, I
um
hope right. I know what you're saying because like that's how I felt about what was the one called for the sequel of The Shining? What was it called?
the Sleep Doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. I felt the same way, and I'm hoping that this one does the same thing. After all, where like the sleep doctor surprised me. Like,
Oh, it was actually good. Like the
yeah,
way they went with it was like good.
again, not created by AI.
Right.
Um, and that's what I'm hoping The Exorcist does because it's so many years after the previous Exorcist movies, and like exactly like at first I thought it was a reboot, like a total remake. But once you watch the trailer, you start getting like, oh, okay, like of course they're gonna pay homage. You're gonna see those
Right.
references to the original one. But it's like, oh wait, they're like, it's another story, you
Because
know.
they did the same thing. They did good with the Scream too. Like
Mm,
the like reboot of that one. Like they did good. Like to incorporate to even make fun of like the whole formula
yeah,
between
stab.
behind like yeah like they did good of like bringing it to the new generation.
Yeah,
So maybe that's what they're gonna do with this one.
yeah.
Because there was
Oh wait, a new Scream?
well the one that's like so not but the one with Jenna Ortega now at this point.
Oh right. There is that one. Okay, so exactly another good example of me thinking, man, because the
Because we're
like
like, how's this gonna work? But they
right.
did it great to like
Mm-hmm.
even make fun at the fact that they were making a net. Like they
Yep.
just did good of like, yeah, we get it. Like we're doing the Scream thing. But like this is like now to bring in a new generation
Right.
and kind of sort of go back and tell what the history of the original Scream was. So like that's good that that was their way of like respecting the franchise.
Exactly.
The one, and this has nothing like I actually preferred the Sleep Doctor one because I fell asleep on The Shining like twice, and like so like growing up, I knew the references. I'd never actually seen the movie. Right, I didn't see it till maybe like 2019 is when I finally was like, because I don't remember what streaming service it was on, and I was like. The kid like it was like watch it, it's scary, like, and I was like I bet, right? And then like why the fuck didn't anybody tell me it was that fucking long? I
Because
felt
it's long. That's
so
the thing.
so like it starts off because honestly I thought I was gonna be like scared because like okay, the version I saw of The Shining was on The Simpsons, so like
Same.
and Homer looks fucking scary,
Yeah.
like he actually looks scary. So that was like essentially like okay, I kind of know what the plot is off of that, and then so they're like, "Oh, watch it," and we watched it at night, and I was like, I fell asleep. First of all, it wasn't scary because I fell asleep. I woke up, right, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And the movie was still playing, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me continue watching." And I fell asleep again, and I was like, I didn't finish it. I was like, "This." It was not even like it. It was more fucked up finding out about the history of like what it took to get those
Mm-hmm.
shots that
Yep.
I thought was more fucked up than like actually seeing honestly it's because part of it I couldn't get around the acting of the wife. Like I know that maybe that was like on purpose, but to me it just seemed like she was like a newer actress, and it just showed up on screen that it didn't like mesh well, you know.
Yeah.
Because then it's Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
right? He obviously at that point has already had a career going, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It just I was like, it was kind
Yeah.
of
That
whack.
she was literally tormented during the shooting of that movie. I mean, like you said, like exactly. I had seen, um, like there's the famous line, "Here comes Johnny." Like I
Right,
always heard people saying that, and seeing the picture where he's like, looking through the
right.
door after he's axed it. Um, and but I was like, yeah, I never seen the actual movie, and then yeah, it's very long, a lot of details you have to pay attention to, just to kind of like understand what's going on, and you know, references,
There's so
just
much meaning in everything.
right.
Honestly, that one was more like going off of that. It was more interesting to then have someone break it down and explain like all the symbolism. That to me was more entertaining than the damn movie. Like once they were like, you can watch them like breaking down like
Yeah.
this, and then it's like, oh okay, like you know. But to be like sit there and then like that's a lot of thinking that has to happen and like connections that you have to make. You know what I mean? In order for it to, I guess, for you to get the full effect. That's one of those movies where you have to watch more than once to really soak it all in. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And like a lot of symbolism, and again, that could just be coming from, like you said, like from me researching on it, and because I mean, it did that. It made me do it because like when I was watching it, I was like, just thinking, what did this mean, and why did he do that, and why did he feel that way, and because at first you don't get it, like wow, I haven't come across cabin fever, like what that meant. And because of this movie, like it made me search up things that I was curious about and how they pulled things off, just like the effects in there, like where the blood's coming out, a lot of blood coming down that hallway, and why is he seeing these strange things, and you come to find out there's like, a lot of controversy and the conspiracy theorists putting things together, but it all makes sense at the end of the day. And it's like, right, if at all, because then you hated that, like, well, where's the people that like worked on it saying anything about this? Like, it's just us really analyzing it, and what if we're right in some ways, and unfortunately the director's not here anymore.
I thought that it was off of certain things he'd said that they were able to make those connections because like it was like maybe like rumors or like some of it was like fact checked to be like that he maybe mentioned certain things that, and then that's where the conspiracies like got rolling and like started making more connections,
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, that could have been it, but it was just very interesting, and again, not created by AI. I'm gonna keep saying that, like, how there's those movies, that like, think about it. That movie was like released in the '80s, and like it's still impactful. You know what I'm saying? And what's other movies that are coming out? Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the actor in there because I seen him first in the, what is it, Bridge to Terabithia? Is that what it's
Oh
called?
yeah.
I really liked it, like, and then I thought he was a good actor, like, and seeing him in this, I'm like, that's perfect casting because I was like, I couldn't imagine anyone else in it, and like, the fact that they've come up with a movie for this game, this is just, it's just one of those games that came about, independently and blew up, and got its own merch, and who would have thought it would have became a movie, like,
Well, they had
so
songs and everything.
right, exactly. And then like, again, not created by AI, even though there's technology involved, but like those are people creating it, and then like, uh now I'm a fan of learning what this like story's gonna be, like because I kind of have an idea, but I just feel like, well, it's an old, Chuck E. Cheese like
Well,
arcade place.
they explain it on the game, so
Oh,
it's
they
going.
do.
Yeah, it's going
Oh,
off the
okay.
game. Like the game has like the backstory of why it is that, like,
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
Well, my bad if by me saying Chuck E. Cheese, I'm offending any fans out there. I really don't mean it. It's just that that's what it reminds me of. But with the
In the
animatronics.
sense of inspiration, yeah, because it's kind of like that, like
Oh, okay,
to
okay.
where it has like the monos like that. It does.
All right, all right. So and well, here you go. Like, cause I'm gonna watch it, and like, and like for it to be an hour and more, of storytelling and in film now, like, or on film. Um, I'm interested in what they've come up with. You know, I have good feelings about it. From the trailer, and let's see what happens. Any other movies coming out in October?
Not ones that have caught my eye now.
No.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there is, but
But that's just it for that month. Now that the writers have won and they're in speaking terms with their lawyers and union.
I thought, uh, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it just one writers organization? Because I thought they said like Screen Actors. So like, is there like different? That's where I was
Yeah,
like a
but see, I
little
don't know all the
confused.
specifics of it. I'm thinking it's the main one that won. Because that one guy that I told you I follow, like he's explained it exactly. Like, I didn't know there was more than one. And he's saying like, but it's still okay because it's like, that they keep supporting the movement or that we keep going and not just settle, right?
Right.
And so that they can get their win too,
Right.
and that the actors can get their win too, because they're all in it together,
Right.
So exactly. So right now they're just in speaking terms still, of to come into an actual agreement, So it's not done yet, but it's looking good, and looking forward to what these writers will be coming up with, for 2024. Because yeah, I mean, like, for the most part, you kind of just had your horror films, and then Disney remakes and Fast and Furious and Marvel movies, and that's it. You know, so I'm looking to see what more is out there, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure people are gonna tell me like, "What the hell are you talking about?" There's like a lot out there that you should be watching, but nothing's really caught my attention. Or if you ain't talking about the writing, I don't know. Like, again, I'm just a fan of like what it takes to come up with like a story. So of course I'm there for entertainment too. Don't get me wrong. People think like I just like brush that off and not care much about it, but I'm very interested in like uh the dialogue, like what's it meaning, what did this like scene insinuate, that could potentially mean something down near the end of the film. I don't know, that's just how I like dissecting it or figuring it out, and piecing it together, and like, oh shit, that actually caught me off guard because I thought it was something else. Again, something that I don't think we should let AI take over. Like, so the writers, y'all keep doing y'all's thing. Um, let's see what you guys come up with, and show these companies again, what they don't know, that they don't know what they're talking about, and they need you guys, and everyone else that needs to win also in this fight, for mankind, to one triumph, and then Shakespeare, this damn thing, whatever you want to call it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, damn it. So I mean, there you have it. There's no easy and growing up life. Keep working, keep being creative and make miracles happen. Even though you don't think they're miracles, they're miracles. You know, it's all about the moments. So let's keep making good ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
No. All right, we out.
We out.
It's bed talk.